Okay, so Hungry Hungry kicked off as a restaurant tech venture offering contactless order, pay and digital menus at the table. But when dining out disappeared overnight as COVID-19 restrictions hit, co-founder Mark Calabro and his team pivoted to offering restaurants as an online platform. To tell us how they went from onboarding customers in just over 2 weeks to 2 hours, Mark is joining us. That's a bit of a hustle, isn't it? Mark, great to have you on the show. I know Merivale, the big Sydney hospitality empire, is one of your clients. Tell us, how's this experience been for you?
Yeah, look, for us, it's been a complete whirlwind. So much has happened in a very short amount of time. But for myself and the team, I mean, we've been in you could say, a privileged position that we've been able to help so many businesses out just by some of the actions that we took at the earliest stages of COVID.
Okay, tell us about the business. What do you do now?
We are essentially a digital menu driven by a QR code that consumers can go in, scan the QR code and order their food from the table. That's where HungryHungry's started. And where we pivoted was by enabling venues to be able to also transact online for pickup, delivery and also drive up.
Okay. So obviously restaurants have just started to reopen and it's getting a little bit better. If you're big enough, you can have up to 50 people in there. What are you starting to see in your data as a consequence? Are people returning?
Yeah, so today we mark the start of that in Victoria with 20 people allowed. I know in other states we're at 50 now. Yes, we are. I've already seen the data this morning. And we've got many of our venues now getting a very high volume of traffic through. So consumers can actually order from their phone to avoid the whole contactless thing in the actual venue.
So are we seeing faster turnaround times in terms of the tables and customers? And what are the spends like? Are they spending as much as they did pre-COVID, or is the world sort of their oyster now and everyone's lashing out after sort of saving up their pennies for so long?
Yeah. What we're seeing at the moment is, yes, there is a big run in and people are spending up. I think the big thing for the industry and a lot of the feedback that I've gotten is ways in which we can actually faster turn over the tables. So if a venue can share the actual menu to the customer before they arrive, they can already see what the specials are on for the day. So if we can also help to accelerate that, given that lunch and dinner operate in a very kind of finite window. A lot of restaurants are really looking for ideas and ways in which they can actually get more people through the venue.
Okay, so this is great for Hungry Hungry. Give us a bit of history. How did you start? Did you raise to start or did you bootstrap it yourself?
Yeah, so my co-founder and I, we bootstrapped the business and that was on the back of another tech business in the hospitality industry. We made that decision earlier on to get a proof of concept to market. But what we also realised late last year, and we had just started a capital raise before COVID hit, and we just received our first investor funding in February. We hit a wall with a lot of other businesses also looking to raise capital, but that's turned around very quickly, and we have a chairman in place now, and we're actually looking to accelerate a raise to fuel our growth.
We know exactly where you came from as we launched AusBiz during COVID as well. So after all this is over, we'll swap war stories.
Yeah, and there are a few.
All right, mate, congratulations.